Hello my lovelies, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hi, my name is Mary and I give you an extra warm welcome. I would love it if you can click the subscribe button and stay for a while. I upload 3 times a week. Get ready with me, shop my stash, try on new makeup. If it's beauty or makeup related, I will be posting it. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back. I appreciate you more than you know. So, as you can tell from the title of the video, it's another Sephora bestsellers video. It is currently March 3rd, so this will be for March 2024. I just didn't have time. It kind of flew by, the time did. I was thinking about doing these every other month. The last one I did was for January, but I'm pretty sure I posted it in February. I think we'll be fine. But yeah, there's been a lot of new makeup that has been released, and I guarantee you that a lot of those items are going to be on the list of bestsellers. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and get started. All right, my lovelies, hair is pulled back. Let's get started. So I'm on the Sephora app. You go into the shop folder or tab all the way down into the best sellers option. We're going to start with primers. The Ilia face milk is on here. What else? My allergies are just not doing great right now. The Charlotte Tilbury water cream, that's on my wish list for Sephora. I might skip it though because I have way too many face creams right now that I need to go through. The Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Cult Classic, I feel like. The Milk Makeup Cooling Water, I haven't seen that one or it being talked about in quite some time. It must be popular on TikTok right now. I had it. I don't think I own it anymore. I would mainly use it for my under eyes because it was a very cooling kind of primer. I think I saw the Merit. Yeah, the Merit serum. I'm kind of disappointed in Merit right now, so I'm trying not to feature too many Merit products. The Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow. And I think that is it as far as primers. Okay, so we're gonna jump into the Ilia face milk, and it's literally like a milky liquid product. I enjoy this. Not my absolute favorite. It does not provide me with the same hydration as the Rhode Skin does. Yeah, it's good, but not great. It's not going to replace my Rhode Skin glazing milk. I'm just being honest here. Milk Makeup Hydro Grip. I have a mini, and honestly, that's all I need because I have too many primers. This is gonna go in the perimeters of my face. Okay, let's move on to foundation. The Makeup Forever, the new one, the HD Skin Hydro Glow. I've been loving that. The LYS Triple Fix, the new Urban Decay. I knew that was going to be in here. The House Labs Lady Gaga foundation, the Glossier, which I don't have, the Anastasia Beauty Balm, the new one they just released, the Hourglass Stick Foundation. Gosh, I haven't seen that one be popular in quite some time. I have heard great things though. The Rare Beauty Tinted Moisturizer. I do really enjoy that product. I think it's beautiful. The Ilia Serum. I never tried that, but I've heard mixed reviews on it. I think if you're oily, it's not a good one for you. The Say Slip Tint. That one, I think some people will enjoy. The Glossier Skin Tint, which if you've been here for a minute, you know I love. The Ilia Foundation Stick. I've also heard mixed reviews on that. I was intrigued, but I don't think I'm going to be buying it. The Rare Beauty Foundation. Oh no, just kidding. I did try it. Sample card, too drying for my skin. The Summer Friday Skin Tint. Have also heard great things about that. The Cali Ray Skin Tint, I love that. Absolutely love it. And it's on sale, so I'm hoping that doesn't mean it's going to be discontinued. The NARS Light Reflecting Foundation, also a favorite that is actually my rotation for right now. The Armani Luminous Silk, I feel is a cold classic. And that is it. So let me figure out which foundation I'm going to use for today's video. Okay, we're going to use a little sample of the House Labs that I have, which is in 200 light, medium, neutral. This is a tiny bit light for me, but since I still haven't gotten too much sun, I should be okay. Once summer gets here, I won't be able to use this little sample anymore because it'll be way too light. I do enjoy this foundation. Reminds me a lot of the Rose Ink foundation, which is a favorite. I love that foundation. It is so good. BK Beauty 106. Okay, beautiful foundation. I like my layers light. Very rarely do you see me go for full coverage, even light medium. Like I usually stick at the light or like right before light medium coverage. Okay, now for concealer, I see here the Cali Ray Under Eye Brightener, which I did buy and I love. The Rare Beauty also Under Eye Brightener, which I do really enjoy as well. The Too Faced concealer, which I feel is on this list almost every time. The Tower 28 concealer, I never tried it. The Rare Beauty concealer as well, also never tried it. The Hourglass concealer, not my favorite, and I recently did a like almost full face of Hourglass. In case you're interested, check it out. The new Say Beauty Radiant Concealer, which is a new launch, so I could see why it's on this list. The Kosas Concealer, also another one that I do really enjoy. I feel with that one is hit or miss. You either enjoy it or you don't. The Dior Backstage Concealer. Wow, really? I don't like that one. It's too drying. The NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. I feel this one's always on the list. Oh, the Merit Foundation / Concealer Stick is also on this list. But like I said about Merit, yeah. Glossier Concealer. I do enjoy that. The Makeup Forever HD Skin Concealer, also another good one. I haven't used that one in a minute, so I might use that one today. The House Labs Concealer, also another one that I have heard great things about, but I never tried it. The Huda Beauty Fall Filter, another good one that I do really enjoy, and that's it. Okay, let me figure out if I'm just gonna use the Makeup Forever. Hold please.
A few moments later.
Okay, I'm going to use a little bit of the Cali Ray Under Eye Brightener and the Makeup Forever HD Skin. For the Cali Ray, I have the shade Golden Hour, and for the Makeup Forever, I have the shade 3D01, which is also 2.1Y. Okay, so Cali Ray. This is super lightweight, but it's so good. So hydrating. I love it. If you enjoy full coverage, not for you. BK Beauty 110. Literally just melts right into your skin. My chair is very squeaky. I hope you can't really hear that. Okay, now for the Makeup Forever. I don't need too much. I'm okay with the coverage that the Cali Ray on its own gives me, but I'll add just a tiny bit of this because I haven't used it in quite some time and I actually do really enjoy it. I think Makeup Forever did a fabulous job with this. I feel like when it comes to base products, Makeup Forever does amazing anyways. They're just, it's one of the skills they're good at. Same brush. I would also say that the Makeup Forever concealer is not a super full coverage kind of concealer. That's probably why I love it. A very liquidy formula. Okay, let's see if there are any cream blush or bronzer contours. Milk Makeup Cooling Water Jelly Tint Blush. I do enjoy that. I think it's very beautiful, although I've been enjoying it more on the lips than the cheeks. The Glossier Cloud Paint Bronzer. It's a good one. I think I prefer the other one, the Solar Paint, better than that one, but I do enjoy it and I do use it. The Say Glow Sculpt Highlighting Blush. I don't own that, but I've heard great things. LYS Cream Blush Stick. I have also heard great things. I'm still on the fence if I'm going to purchase that for the Sephora sale. Bare Minerals blush and bronzer. I've heard great things about those as well. Simi Haze Bronze Balm. That's on my wish list. Makeup Forever Powder Bronzer. That's a newer launch and I could see why it's on here, but I've also heard great things. The Anastasia Cream Bronzer. That one I heard 50-50. Makeup by Mario. Shaping Stick. The shade I have is more of a neutral shade on me, so I could definitely use that. The Rare Beauty Cream Blush, the one in the little compact. Also heard great things. The Charlotte Tilbury Contour Wand. I feel like that one is on this list almost all the time. The Ilia Cream Blush Stick. I own a mini of that and love it. The Charlotte Tilbury Matte Blush Wand. Patrick Ta Bronze and Sculpting Duo. Great item, and I feel it was on this list last time. Charlotte Tilbury Highlighter Wand. Also really good one. Rare Beauty Mini Soft Pinch Liquid Blush. That came out recently in the last couple of months. I do enjoy it. I have it. The Drunk Elephant Bronzing Drops. Some people use that as bronzer. The Say Cream Bronzer. I mean, a lot of people love that. Benefit Tula Bronzer. I feel that's a cold classic. The Say Liquid Blush, the dewy one. I don't own that. I haven't tried either of them if they have it in 2 formulas. The House Labs, the new blushes they just released. That's on my wish list. Tower 28 Cream Blush. The Merit Bronzer Stick, a good one, but we're not going to feature Merit today. Tower 28 Cream Contour and Bronzer, not the glowy one, the matte one. Also have heard great things about that. Makeup by Mario. Blush Stick. Oh wow, I haven't seen that on this list in quite some time. LYS Cream Blush. Also heard great things. LYS Matte Bronzer. I'm pretty sure that's a powder. Also heard great things. Makeup Forever New Contour Powder. I don't think I've seen any reviews on that. The Benefit Liquid Lip Blush and Cheek Tint. Glossier Cloud Paint Cream Blush. Really good formula. I own 1 shade. Okay, that's it. Let me figure out which of the bronzers and blushes I'm going to use as far as cream goes. Okay, so I decided to use both of the Makeup by Mario blush stick and bronzer stick because they were both on the list. With the sculpting product, I have the shade medium, light medium. This for me is more of a neutral shade, so I'm going to use it kind of to bronze and sculpt at the same time. It's a good one. I think Makeup by Mario did fabulous product. I'm going to use my BK Beauty 111. I'm going to move my hair because so I got a touch-up on my Frankenstein. They just had to add highlights and finish up some of the shading, and I have ointment on it and it keeps getting stuck to my hair. But do you see that? Do you see how pretty it blended out beautifully? Yeah, good formula. Okay, now for the blush, I have the shade Soft Coral. And for this one, I don't like to swipe. Since it is a tiny bit of a balmy formula, I do find that it does lift up my foundation. So I'm gonna pick it up with a brush. This is the Singe F106. And it's just like a small precision blush brush, almost like that BK Beauty one, except this one's a tiny bit smaller. Not by much. I have not used this blush in quite a bit, but it's a really pretty formula. I personally do have to set, but that's my personal preference. I didn't find, well, honestly, I don't remember, my review was so long ago. I think if you're somebody who doesn't like to set so that you can have that glow, you should be okay. Your hair shouldn't stick to it too bad. But do you see that? So pretty. Okay, complexion is looking beautiful. Now let's see if there are any powders on this list. Oh, I totally missed it. The new 3 shades from the Patrick Ta, the cream and the powder blush duos are on this list. I totally missed it. I did not mean to. So far, no powder. Oh, the One Size blurring setting powder. I tried a mini of that and it's way too drying. The Huda Beauty Press powder, which by the way, she took out that scent from the powder. So now it's scentless, which is honestly fabulous. The, of course, Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Setting Powder. I feel like these two, the Huda and the Charlotte, are always on this list. The Rare Beauty Setting Powder. I heard great things about that when it first got launched, but I haven't heard anyone talk about it since. Oh my gosh, how did I miss it? The Charlotte Tilbury Cream Bronzer is also on this list. Oh my gosh. You know what? TikTok must be making some of these makeup items viral because I haven't heard anyone talk about those since they were launched. It is a really good one too. We're almost at the end here, and that it looks like just the Huda and the Charlotte Tilbury are the only two setting powders. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I guess we're using those too. Okay, for the Charlotte Tilbury, I have the translucent brightening powder, so I'll use this one, but I mix in a tiny bit with my original. I have it in the shade 1 Light. I always use a puff. Under eyes are already set with setting spray. If you know, you know. I'm gonna use my puff. I'm just gonna dip into both. Last time I used the Charlotte Tilbury in my under eyes, it actually looked pretty nice. I'm hoping it's gonna work today because I feel like when I first tried this powder, I loved it, and then age got the best of me, and then it started looking too drying. But now, okay, now we're gonna jump into the Huda Beauty. This is a tiny bit drying for my personal liking, so I don't use this one often. I prefer her pressed powder for my under eyes, not for the face because it does have a tiny bit of glow. This is the Make Beauty powder brush. I'm just gonna set the rest of my face. Okay, let's see for powder, bronzer, and powder blush. I mentioned the Makeup Forever powder bronzer earlier when I was looking at the cream products. Okay, the Sephora contour powder, I do have that and I love it. That might be the only one that is on this list, but we shall see. The Patrick Tall, the duo, but I don't have any of the new shades, so I don't think I'm going to use that. Yeah, the Makeup Forever is on here. Oh yeah, the Patrick Tall bronzer and contour duo, so I can use that bronzer. I'm pretty sure I used that last time, didn't I? I think I did. Oh yeah, the Hoola Benefit bronzer. That's a good one. I actually decluttered that because I barely used it. Oh, the new House Labs blushes are on here, but I don't have that. It's on my list. The LYS cream blush, that's a cream blush. LYS matte bronzer, that's a matte bronzer. Makeup Forever contour powder. Okay, that's it. So I have the Patrick Tall and the Sephora collection powder contour. So let me pull out a blush shade for the Patrick Tall, my bronzer and contour duo, and my Sephora collection contour powder. Okay, I decided just to pull out the Sephora powder contour. I have it in the shade light medium, and I want to say every single shade that they have to offer, which it's either 4 or 5, have a pretty like cool tone but not gray leaning undertone to them. So I would definitely say that they are a true powder contour. I can actually use this as like a bronzer type of situation. It doesn't pull super gray toned or cool tone on my skin tone. It turns pretty neutral, I want to say. At least I feel like it does, but I'm just going to use this as my bronzer and contour as far as powder goes. This is the Sonia G Classic Cheek. It's honestly so pretty. And I purchased this because of Cheryl and Risa. They're both here on YouTube. It just looks so pretty on them. And I think Cheryl has the next shade up from the one that I have. But do you see that? How it doesn't even look gray? I mean, it's definitely sculpting, but I don't feel like it's a super 100% cool tone shade on my skin. Okay, do you see that? Love it. They are coming out with actually bronzers. And I'm kind of excited because the tones of them actually look really, really nice. If you're somebody who doesn't like warm tone bronzers, check these out. Check the contour powders from the Sephora collection and see if any of them will work. Because as you can see on my skin, they're not pulling super cool toned, you know? Okay, so for the Patrick Ta blush, I want to say we used the blush last time too. I'm just gonna use the powder portion, and this is in She's Giving, which is very familiar to one of the new shades, except it's not as bubbly pink that he just came out with. This is the BK Beauty and Nikki in 1.7. I need to hurry up because my kids are gonna kill each other. It's pretty pigmented, so tread softly. But see how that shade looks scary and it's not too scary? I honestly didn't think this shade was gonna work for me, but I feel like it looks pretty. Okay, this is what the face is looking like. Now, as far as eyeshadow goes, very rarely is there eyeshadow palettes unless it's a recent launch. Oh, I totally missed this. The Smashbox Step-by-Step Contour Kit. It's a powder kit and has 3 different tones in there, a light, a medium, and a dark, and it's for contouring. I can't believe I missed that, but I don't have it, but I have heard good things about it. Okay, so eyes. Give by Gwen, the eyeshadow quad. I'm not sure if it's this specific colorway, which is the very warm tone brown, and it looks like 2 different shimmers. Both of the ones I have are all matte. The Prada, I don't have that, but I almost bought it. And I think that's it. I don't know what's wrong with me, and I don't know if it's just, it keeps popping up, but the Dior Rosy Glow Blush is on this list. I could have used one of those blushes since I used the Patrick Ta last time. I don't know how I missed that because I do enjoy that formula. It's actually really pretty. Okay, eyes. Anything else that I see on here? Oh, I saw the Merit Cream Single Shadows. I don't own that, and like I said, we're not really going to feature Merit today. Okay. Here are the 2 quads I own. Danger Zone. I haven't used these since I reviewed them, which is like the cool tone one, and Simple Kind of Life, which also on camera looks like a cool tone one, but I want to say this one's a little bit more neutral. Okay, let me go ahead and prime my eyes. I'll probably speed through the eye look, and it's probably going to be a very simple eye look. Singe Beauty EO3. Singe EO2, Moda 420 Detail Brush. Okay, as you can see, eyebrows are done. I'm not sure this blush goes with this eye look. I guess once we put on, I might add some of the Dior blush. Okay, now we're gonna talk highlight. And highlighters is one of the things that I purchase the least of. Okay, so I do see here the Mini Sculpt and Highlight collection from Refi Beauty. So you get the eyebrow gel and a mini of her highlighter. This is the gloss highlighter, which I have used a couple of times off camera. I do really enjoy this, but I did find that when I used it on top of my powder, it did kind of lift a tiny bit the first time. The second time I was a little bit more strategic on the way I applied it, but I don't know if I'm going to use this today yet. The Say Glow Sculpt Cream Highlighting Blush. There's a couple of shades in that can be used as highlighter. I have heard great things about that formula. I'm this close to putting one of the shades on my list, but I don't know yet. The Hollywood Flawless Filter, which I think is what we used last time. You can use that underneath makeup, on top of makeup. It actually works absolutely stunning as a very natural kind of highlight, and I love using it for that. The Benefit Cosmetics Cookie Highlighter. Okay, the Rare Beauty Liquid Highlighter. I don't own that, and yeah, so. The Charlotte Tilbury Highlighter Wand, which I do really enjoy, and I do have the shade Pillow Talk. Say Super Gel Liquid Highlighter. The Dior Backstage Glow Face Palette. Have also heard great things about that. I just never tried it. The Merit. You know, I want to say almost every single Merit product that they have to offer is on the bestsellers list. I wonder what's going on because that's just crazy. Okay, so let's try the little Refi first. And if I don't like it, we'll jump into the Charlotte Tilbury. All right, so I'm gonna apply some of this on the back of my hand. It's a beautiful highlighter. I do really enjoy it. The tone, everything. Just that one time I used it, it lifted my makeup up. So I think I'm gonna, so this is the BK Beauty 110. You already know if you've been here for a minute, this is my absolute favorite brush to use for liquid and cream highlighters. So let's see if we can make this Refi Beauty dewy highlighter work. Yeah, see, I feel like it's lifting just a tiny bit. Okay, I am gonna jump in a tiny bit to the Charlotte Tilbury wand. This one, I can apply it straight onto my face, but I'm just gonna pick it up straight from the product, just so that I don't overdo it. Yeah, see that? Like, it's so pretty, but I feel like it lifts up just a tiny bit. Now I'm using the Charlotte Pillow Talk highlighting wand. Same brush. Yeah, on both sides I feel like it lifted it up just a tiny bit. Okay, I did pull out my Dior blush. I thought I had 2 shades, but I only have 1. This is in 006 Berry. Okay, I did wipe my brush. This is the BK and Nicola Rose N17. You can definitely see that I have used a tiny bit. It's pretty pigmented. At least the shade is. See? But it's so pretty. All right, my lovelies. I am out of breath because I had to go downstairs. These kids are making it impossible to film. I just filmed a reel in Spanish. I'm so excited but nervous at the same time. Did you know that Spanish was my very first language? I didn't learn English until I started school in kindergarten. Yeah, and I've been wanting to do a reel or something in Spanish because I speak Spanish on a daily basis to my kids. It's part of my life, you know? Okay, mascara. I went in to the KVD 2B mascara. That's not on this list, but I'm trying to use the mascaras that I do have open for today. It was the KVD 2B mascara. Okay, so we're gonna talk about brow items and mascaras. The Ilia Limitless Lash Mascara is on this list. I do own that, but it's a new one. It's not opened yet, and I absolutely love it. That's why I repurchased. Only a mini though. Eyebrows, what do I see on here? The Refi Beauty Mini Sculpt. I do own that, but I decided not to use it today. Also, the Anastasia Beverly Hills Mini Brow Freeze Gel. I love this. This is absolutely beautiful. It works amazing on my stubborn eyebrows. I prefer this over the gel that was in the little pot. That one didn't work. This one works beautifully. The Charlotte Tilbury Brow Cheat Eyebrow Pencil. I do own that and I do really enjoy it. That is one of the most softest, creamiest, super easy to work with formula I have ever used on my eyebrows. I feel it's super underrated. Not too many people talk about it, and they should because it's a good one. The new Refi Mascara. I've seen like 3 or 4 reviews of people using that and they hate it. It was on my list. It's no longer on my list. The Milk Makeup Lengthening and Lifting Mascara. I think I've only seen 1 or 2 people review that, and it was okay. They didn't love it. The Rare Beauty Mascara. I did not like that. It flakes like crazy when you're applying it. The KVD 2E Mascara does that too, but I don't know if it's because the formula is still pretty wet. The Benefit 24-Hour Brow Setter. That is a good gel. The Rare Beauty Brow Gel. I have heard amazing things about that brow gel. I'm trying to use up some of the ones that I have before I go and buy another one. The Tower 28 Mascara. I feel like that one has been a top mascara since they came out. So many people rave about that mascara. The Anastasia Brow Pencil. I feel like that's a cult classic, and that's what I used today for my eyebrows. The Glossier Lash Slick Lift and Lengthening Mascara. I've never tried it. If you have, let me know what you think. And the Glossier Boy Brow Gel. So I also haven't tried that, but I have also heard amazing things about that. It's like I tell these kids, They know I'm filming. I make sure diapers are changed. My twin girl is currently potty training. She's doing okay, but I make sure that they're good to go before I start filming. They've been fed, snacks, water, you name it. And it just doesn't matter. Okay, lip products. The Milk Makeup Jelly Tint, that's for the lip and the cheeks. So I think I'll be using that on my lips today. The new Merit matte lipsticks, the Tower 28 lip liner and eyeliner. So you can use it on your lips and your eyes. Haven't tried it, but I have heard great things. The Rare Beauty lip liner. Rare Beauty is on this list. A lot of the products. I do enjoy the lip liner. It's pretty good. A lot of lip balms and glosses like the Summer Fridays, the Fenty Beauty one, the Ilia lip and blush, the cream blush stick. I own that, might use it, I don't know yet. Let's see, Tower 28 gloss, heard good things about it. I'm not a big gloss fan. Charlotte Tilbury lip liner. I feel like Charlotte pretty much is always on this list. The Rare Beauty tinted lip oil, which I feel is more of a like a tint than a lip oil. The Merit lip oil, it's a good one, but I do feel there's better out there. Refi Beauty lip sculpt lip liner, I love that. It is one of my top 10 lip liners. The glossy lip balm from Rare Beauty, never tried it. The original satin lipsticks from Merit Beauty. The Prada Beauty monochrome soft matte lipsticks. I have heard great things about these Prada lipsticks. I'm just not sure I want to pay $50 for a lipstick. The other Prada Beauty, the Hyper Matte, is also on this list. It's a recent launch, so that's probably why. The House Labs PhD Lip Glaze. I have also heard great things about that one. The Gisou, I hope I'm saying that right, lip oil. The Tarte Maracuja, the Benefit lip blush and cheek tint. Have also heard great things about that one. Summer Fridays lip oil, Glossier High Shine lipstick. Never tried it. I don't think I've seen anyone review it. Okay, let me figure out what I'm gonna use because I have the Milk Makeup and the Ilia, I believe, and the Refi. I think I know what I'm gonna use. Okay, Refi Beauty Lip Sculpt in Fawn. I love this. You can definitely tell that I love this. It has a sealant at the bottom because you can use this all over your lips and then use the sealant and it's not gonna budge. Even though the lip liner on its own, it's not gonna budge. It's a good, long-lasting formula. Okay, so let's apply this. It's a beautiful color. Okay, I think I'm gonna use the Ilia. My lips are pretty dry. I did put on some of the Rhode Skin Lip Treatment before starting the video, but there's still some dry skin on my lips. This is the shade At Last. It's a little mini. I think it was part of one of my birthday gifts. I'm not sure, but I do enjoy this. I think it's so pretty. I prefer it on the lips than I do on the cheeks. I've used it both ways. It's a beautiful color. Okay, let me fix my hair and then we can end this pretty long video. Okay, here is the final makeup look. Super happy with the way the makeup came out. I think everything looks beautiful. Even my under eyes look absolutely stunning. Gosh, this KVD mascara is just flaking like crazy. That is the one thing I don't like about that mascara. I wonder if it's just because it's still a pretty wet formula. I can't even remember how long it's been since I opened it, but yeah, it might be a no for me as far as that mascara. Makeup looks beautiful. Everything I used today, I do really enjoy. The only thing that I would not agree as far as bestsellers is the Give Beauty quads. Like I mentioned, I have two different colorways. Danger Zone, which was that cool tone one with the black in it. And then Simple Kind of Life. It looks on the viewfinder like a cool tone palette. Like maybe this is neutral and this is cool tone. But I think in real life it looks more neutral than anything. These two shades you can for sure see on my eyelids. These two, I really do have to build them up. but they don't build up that great. A lot of kick up in the pan, and the payoff that you get is not worth the kick up in the pan. Usually it's not a deal breaker, but I feel like you have to dig into this in order to get pigment, and it's still not the most amazing pigment. Yeah, so I feel like there's definitely better out there worth your money. So I don't know why these are in the bestsellers, because I don't agree with that. I'm also shocked that I saw pretty much almost every single item that Mera Beauty has to offer on that list, and also Rare Beauty. I don't know if that's because of TikTok or recent events with the brands. I don't know. But yeah, and then older items. I feel like items I haven't seen on that list since they launched, like the Milk Makeup Cooling Stick. That was literally like out of left field. I was like, wow, really? So I don't know if TikTok is a culprit for that. I'm not on TikTok, so I don't know. But yeah, let me know what you think. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on the products that I mentioned, on the products that I used. Comment down below. I love conversing with you all in the comments. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate every single one of you. You have no idea, all the comments, all the likes. If you use my links to shop, it truly all does mean the world to me. With that being said, do not forget to give the video a big thumbs up, and also don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and I will see you all on the next video. Bye!